According to records, this was a youth correctional facility until 1962, when the estate was overtaken by an obscure Soviet research fund, the Institute for Human Betterment.
Looks deserted.
The place was abandoned after a fire in '89. Then, only a few weeks ago, it was acquired by an anonymous investor using cryptocurrency. It has to be Lucas Gray.
He's here.
Be careful, 47. The breadcrumbs were almost too easy to follow. It could be a trap.
Not a trap. An invitation.
You came home. I knew you would. You've come a long way, 47. And even now, you don't remember.
This place.
This was our prison, where Father trained us, shaped us into killers for Providence. Now, you don't remember. They ripped it out of you, wiped it away, but I do. I remember everything.
You're a terrorist with nothing to lose. You'd say anything.
I know, it's difficult. You never miss your mark or question your function, but we made a pact. You and I. Do this, and we both lose.
There was an incident. That boy, he died.
He lived. Because of you. Don't you remember his name? You know this. Deep down, you know. What was his name?
Subject 6. Your name is Subject 6.
And what is our purpose?
To take them all down.
We were gonna tear it all down. The Institute, Providence, everyone who'd ever hurt us. We failed. The partners grew paranoid, made sure that Ortmeyer's children would never challenge them again. I'm the only one who got away unchanged. The only one left who remembers.
Ortmeyer was Providence.
Everything he did to us, everything he made us do, it all leads back to them.
I'm breaking more rules than I care to count, Mr. Gray. What's your play?
The partners hide behind a cloak of anonymity. Only one man knows their true identities. Your client, the top controller, the one they call the Constant. He is the key.
But he is untraceable. So what am I missing?
A man would come to the Institute. A man with a Providence pin. The first Constant. If we find him, if he's still alive, he's our way in.
You don't know who he is, but 47 does. That's what this reunion is all about.
Show them.
You're just gonna hand it over. Our one bargaining chip.
Olivia.
Fine. 47's memory was erased, irreversibly at the time. But after Ortmeyer's death, his estate was acquired by the Ether Corporation. And they made an antidote.
It's a long shot, I know.
This is not how it works. We don't just join the revolution. ICA is neutral. We don't take sides.
I hate to break it to you, lady, but neutrality is a side. It's the side of the status quo.
People have died. Civilians. You align yourself with terrorists, murderers.
Sometimes even monsters serve a purpose.
Look.
Enough. You have a choice. But I made mine a long time ago. I will finish what I started.
Subject 47. Most gifted of all my boys.
So you're the pick of the litter. Tell me about the incident.
The subject ran away. He and another boy. The instigator was punished accordingly.
As were all the neighbors.
My men did what needed to be done.
It won't happen again. Bring your house in order, Doctor. You won't like the alternative.
I remember who he is.
Gentlemen, let's go over the plan. The first constant is none other than Janus, the legendary Cold War spy master. A KGB senior officer and head of the 6th Column Special Branch at Lubyanka, Janus is a certified genius and expert of counterintelligence. He retired from the KGB in 1988 when he fell out of favor with the Kremlin and defected to the US. Shortly after, the Soviet Union collapsed. Now, it is unclear when Janus stepped down as the constant, but since 2004, he has been a resident of a quiet community in suburban Vermont. Mr. Gray.
Right. So here's the catch. As an elite KGB agent, Janus was trained to withstand interrogation and torture. No amount of pressure will force him to disclose information he doesn't want to. Instead, we will need to search his home for clues. But if Providence learns of our presence, the game is up.
So we frame Janus, make Providence think he was the real Shadow Client.
Correct. I will file a false ICA report, claiming to have traced a number of calls from Janus's house to the Institute in Romania. The case will seem clear. Mr. Gray was only a figurehead. Janus was pulling the strings all along. And by eliminating him, we will have neutralized the militia, once and for all.
However, for this subterfuge to work, you'll also need to deal with Janus's security detail. A Providence herald and former Secret Service agent by the name of Nolan Cassidy. Intel describes him as diligent and inquisitive, and we cannot risk that he contradicts our story to his employer.
Seems workable.
I certainly hope so. Everything depends on this next move, 47. You made this our fight. Now let's even the playing field.
Whittleton Creek, Vermont. On the surface, a picture-perfect suburban dream. Wide roads, golden maple trees, and verdant lawns. Most residents here are white-collar professionals, ranging from university staff to government employees.
Most, but not all. Janus's unpresuming home is protected by a host of bodyguards, and intel shows that the fragile former Constant rarely leaves the property.
Nolan Cassidy, on the other hand, roams the neighborhood streets. A recent arrival, the dutiful Providence Herald is busy making threat assessments and settling in with his security team.
Now remember, this is about more than just revenge. Janus is the key to bring down Providence. So get in there and find us a lead.
Good luck, 47. I've marked your map with several points of interest. We're running this mission with very little upfront intel, but these locations could provide clues to help you obtain the information we need. Good luck.
Vote for Blake at the upcoming elections. Excuse me, sir, are you a registered voter? I'd love to tell you about a new candidate who might just change your life. You are invading my personal space, sir. Excuse me, sir, are you a registered voter? Good on you. Be sure to vote come election day. Excuse me, sir, are you a registered voter? Be sure to vote come election day. Feel free to spread the word about Charles Blake III. Hi there, are you a registered voter?
Yes, I am.
Wonderful. In that case, Charles Blake III would really appreciate it if you voted for him in the upcoming election. Would you like a flyer? Or perhaps, if you have time, we'll tell you more about him. He's a fascinating man with many bold ideas.
Blake, the chairman of the Homeowners Association? If he's running for office, God help.
Excuse me, sir, are you a registered voter? I'd love to tell you about a new candidate.
Say, you guys haven't been poking around the frog habitat behind the house, have you?
No.
Oh, okay, great. It's just that, well, I saw one of those security people from Mr. Janus's house, and I'm pretty sure he was burying something back there, and I just figured since you guys seem to be, working together, you might know about it.
Can't say that I do.
Someone from Janus's security detail buried something in the frog habitat behind Cassidy's house. What could that possibly be?
If we uncovered Jimmy Hoffa's remains back there someday. Okay, all right, well, I'll just leave you to it.
Okay.
that it? Bah. I don't think you're supposed to be here, mister. This is a private area. Getting help, just wait.
Janus is apparently engaged in a civil lawsuit with another resident of Whittleton Creek. James Batty, the plaintiff, wants Janus to stop his annual landing of a helicopter near the local creek. The lawsuit also mentions Nolan Cassidy and his unlawful surveillance around town. So Janus takes a...
Tell you about a new candidate who might just change your life. Yes, sir, a total game changer here.
I'm listening.
Wonderful. Well, I'm sure you're aware that voting season is upon us again. And if you're anything like me, a recent immigrant to this fine country, the candidates this time around just aren't very, savory. But we have a man here today who's about to change all that.
I don't care much for politics.
That is exactly why Blake is out ringing doorbells today. He has no stakes in Washington. No connections to the establishment. No allies hidden away in lawless groups that pull the strings around the world. He's just a common man who decided that he... Back off a bit, would you?
Hey, you guys haven't been poking around the frog habitat behind the house, have you?
No.
Oh, okay, great. It's just that, well, I saw one of those security people from Mr. Janus's house, and I'm pretty sure he was burying something back there, and I just figured since you guys seem to be, working together, you might know about it.
Can't say that I do.
Someone from Janus's security detail buried something in the frog habitat behind Cassidy's house. What could that possibly be?
We had covered Jimmy Hoffa's remains back there. Okay, all right, well, I'll just leave you to it. God, that barbecue.
Charles Blake III, appreciate it. Good on you. Be sure to vote come... Good on you. Be sure to vote come election day.
Hey, you. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to leave.
Smart move.
These are the best muffins I ever had. I'm supposed to meet a client for a house showing today, but I can't stop eating. Maybe you know him, Mr. Nolan Cassidy?
Can't say that I do.
Well,
Hello?
he's interested in the
Personal
Schmidt house
space?
down the road.
Could you
know, the one the
please
police
go
shut down after
away?
the, incident.
I'm not really from around here, senor.
A realtor with a taste for the sweet things in life is in Whittleton Creek to show a house to Nolan Cassidy. It looks like he's stuck at a local muffin stand at the moment. It would be a shame to keep Cassidy waiting, wouldn't it?
Don't know anything about that.
I see. Well, never mind. He can wait a little.
Hola, senor. Feel free to taste one of our sample muffins.
You don't find this
Ellen's
awkward?
muffins,
Because
are
I
the
find
best
it
in
very
town,
awkward.
and they're free every Saturday.
I have to tell you, these are the best muffins I ever had. I'm supposed to meet a client for a house show today, but I can't stop eating. Maybe you know him, Mr. Nolan Cassidy?
Say that I do.
Well, he's interested in the Schmidt house down the road. You know, the one the police shut down after the, incident.
I'm not really from around here, senor. I don't know anything about that.
I see. Well, never mind. He can wait a little longer. I just squeeze a couple more of these beauties down.
Hola, senor. Feel free to taste one of our sample muffins. Ellen's muffins are the best in town, and they're free every Saturday. Why me? Why me? It's just one of those days.
Oh, actually, I want to talk to you about that. Maybe, if we could include the stage budget, a bit more, inviting, we could... Well, I don't see why it should come out of my pocket. Fine. I don't know, maybe I could use this from my place to dress it up a little more and, make it a little...
That doesn't make sense.
Gentlemen here. Oh, yes. I know it's top priority, but Yes, I know the mission would be substantial. It is my job to move the property. Yes.
Odd. Oh.
Oh boy. This is bad. God, I feel sick.
Very charming.
Okay.
Jesus. Okay.
Janus is apparently engaged in a civil lawsuit with another resident of Whittleton Creek. James Batty, the plaintiff, wants Janus to stop his annual landing of a helicopter near the local creek. The lawsuit also mentions Nolan Cassidy and his unlawful surveillance around town. So Janus takes a helicopter trip once per year. I think we're onto something here, 47. 47? I think it would be beneficial to locate the unlawful surveillance mentioned in the lawsuit. Perhaps Nolan Cassidy's house would be a good place to start.